another vlog. So sorry about this angle.
Puppy.
It is it's 7:20 and we are heading to go pick up our little boy. We weren't sure if we were going to be doing it today because they had their jabs this morning. And we weren't sure if they were going to be a bit tired and lethargic, but she said they're completely fine. They're running around happy as Larry. So we are on our way. Yeah. We should get there just after 8. Luckily we don't live too far from them.
Please just get there, pick Puppy up, make sure they're all okay, do all of the paperwork, and then go from there, isn't it, sweetheart? So, yeah.
It's kind of felt really weird because I was saying to Elliot, like 1-2 weeks ago I was like super excited and like was counting down the days, and I feel like yesterday I just was kind of chilled. Like I was like, yeah, we're getting a puppy, it's fine, like it's cool. And now like it's actually like we're on our way to go pick him up. It's like just hit me again of like, oh my god, we're getting a puppy.
Yeah, I think I had a little bit of like I don't think it's imposter syndrome, more like of like not like knowing that we're ready but then thinking, oh, what if we're not, kind of thing, and having that anxiousness of being like, oh, I don't think we're ready, I'm worried that we're not ready to do this, but at the same time, you know, we have everything ready, we've double and triple checked everything. I don't know if anybody else, you can get feedback from people in the comments of
I think it's just that anxiousness, isn't it?
Ready to go but still been anxious or feeling like they're unready going into it.
I think it's a thing as well of until he's actually home, you're not going to feel settled. You're not going to.
I think until he's in the car and all the paperwork's been done, that's when my anxiousness will be done. I think it will just be once he's in the car and we start driving, I think it will become less worrisome and more euphoric because he'll actually be here and he'll actually be with us.
Yeah.
And I think that's the big thing is when you walk out the breeder's front door and that dog is now yours and not the breeder's, that's where I think that mentality shifts from, oh my god, is everything going to be alright, are we going to be alright, to we're in it now and we'll be fine. It's a bit like having a baby, I suppose, but not obviously, it's not, you can't really compare it to having a baby because baby's a really different thing, but obviously there's when the baby's not been born yet and you're getting ready for everything. I think up until the moment where parenthood starts, you're gonna have worries and anxiousness. I think once, you know, it's like most people, once the baby's there and you're in that moment where you have that little bundle in front of you and it's ready, like, you know, everything's perfect.
Everything just makes sense, you know, and it all clips together.
I know, like, you know, this will be as close as we get to having a little one, so this is our moment. So
but yeah, the breeder's been super good. She's already done the microchip stuff in our name. She's already done the Kennel Club free insurance in our name. She's got them all registered on Kennel Club. She's done everything this morning pretty much, so it's literally just going, paying the remainder for him, signing contract, and just getting our little puppy pack with all the stuff. So we would just start this vlog and update you on it. We have already filmed what we brought with us.
Yeah, so
that will come in after this.
Oh, okay, you're going to show people
after this. And that's just kind of explaining all the things we've brought to pick him up. And yeah, once he's in the car, I don't know if we're going to film anything while we're there. Elliot may film some stuff on his phone or take some pictures. Yeah, I think that'll do it for now. We're just going to focus on getting there safe and sound. And yeah, we'll catch you in a little bit. So this is everything we are taking to go pick up our puppy. Ellie is here with me. Do you want to be the model? You want to...
Toys.
So we've just packed... we don't think he's going to have these in the car. It's only a fairly short journey, but we've just got a little crinkly squishy toy and then a Kong tie that if he wants to chew on, he can. We have his normal lead, and then we've also just taken a slip lead just as an insurance in case something goes wrong. Then we have his Kong water bottle filled up. Again, don't think we're going to need this, but you never know. It's always better to have it than not have it. This is his harness that we're going to take. He's probably not going to wear it, but we're taking it just in case. And then we have his collar here, which will be going on him. I've got my bags. I've got some treats in here, a light, poo bags, all of that stuff in there. Then we have the puppy sling. Again, we're not sure. It's quite cold, so we're not sure if we're just going to carry him to the car and into the house, or, you know, just have him on the collar and lead. Towel to go down. We'll obviously be getting blankets from the breeder. And then over here, not necessary at all, but we've just got a thank you card and a box of chocolates for the breeder because she's done such an amazing job with him. So we just wanted to have a little appreciation for her. And yeah. So we are in the car on the way home. It is mucho dark now. And
we're actually conveniently where we did the last video clip. We are driving along the same piece of road where we did our first recording.
So we have picked up Puppy, everything was fine, paperwork's all done, all of that stuff, and he is currently sat in the footwell, and he whimpered a little bit when we left, but pretty much he's just been sleeping the whole time.
Things were a bit dark and scary for a minute because
the
country roads we were driving down at the beginning of the journey, there's no lighting whatsoever, so the car's extraordinarily dark, and then obviously we go onto the motorway, there's a lot more light, it's a lot smoother, and you have those little sleepy time vibrations. He just went for a kip, didn't he? He started off in your lap, but he just wanted to sit in the footwell, didn't he?
So yeah, we didn't feel anything we were there just because it was just, we just wanted to kind of get out of her head because it was getting late and she'd just come back from work, so we didn't want to be too much for her. But it was lovely. She kind of talked through their routine, feeding, went through all the paperwork and stuff like that, and yeah, just super lovely, super easy process, and yeah, he's an absolutely lovely boy. So
ginormous, I might add.
Yeah, so we'll film some clips when we're home, and probably tomorrow morning we'll just do a bit more of an in-depth segment. We'll probably just take a few little clips tonight, but nothing too drastic.
Well, I think this is day 0. I think this will be the vlog for day 0, and then I think the next vlog we'll do will be officially day 1. So we'll end this vlog on day 0 tomorrow morning when we wake up and just recap how our night was, and then I think day 1 will officially start kind of tomorrow mid-morning when we get into a routine and we're going over different things with the little fella. I think we'll just go from there, really, is the plan.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll probably see you in a little bit.
Just got home and somebody's tucking into some dinner. Been for a little adventure around the garden. Not lost his appetite. Takes after his mum, who's sat over there currently, just happy mothers, just like, my puppy's eating her tea. If he carries on like this, we'll be in for a okay night, really. He had a little whine when we came in, otherwise he's all happy. So Tyler's out in the garden with Corey. She's out for his little breakfast, kind of pre-breakfast weeings. There they are. He's had a really good night, bless him. The only downside is that his lead has become the most interesting toy he has, so that's got to stop today. So that's got what Tyler's working on now. We've only had one accident since he got home. We've done all of our wee-wees outside, and we've been telling everybody when we need a wee-wee and when we want to go for a wee-wee. The only thing that we haven't done outside is we did have a poopy moment in the house, but this is where our wonderful breeder did a phenomenal job, because he had like an emergency toilet zone we set up for him with a puppy pad, and he walked straight over to it and he was like, "Mum, I can't hold it in, it's been too long of a car journey and I didn't want to go in the garden because it's so new and I don't know where to go." So he just waddled over and went for a little poo on his puppy pad, and that was fine. So we didn't tell him off for that. You know, he came over and he just sat with Tyler and he looked really sad afterwards, like he'd wet the bed. So bless him. We're just hoping this morning that he gets into his little routine. Oh, I think we're going for a little poopy now. There we go. That's good. That'll be our first poopy in the garden, or another wee. I'm not sure. Here he comes, back in the house. Back in the house.
That's it, boy. You're really small, you won't be able to do it. You're huge. Mind your back.
Hey, buddy.
Corey.
Did we go for a poopy?
No.
Oh.
What a toy.
No poopies.
Good boy.
Well, anyways, that's it for day 0, and we'll see you with day 1, which will begin recording almost immediately. Bye. Just figured out on my puppy, his ears do this little thing where if you doot, oh, I'll do it now. Beep, beep. Oh no, he's gonna get me.
Leave. Good boy. Good boy. It is now Elliot's turn of taking Puppy out. He keeps sniffing the door, so I'm not sure if he needs to go for a poo or not, and he's just refusing to do so because it's cold, and because he's not done it yet, so just keeping an eye on him, taking him out at intervals just to see if he wants to do anything. He's whining, so I think the answer is no.
So it's still day 1, breakfast time. We've had a little bit of kibble this morning already, just a little tiny smidgen of kibble when we woke up, just to get him used to his other dog bed, which is over in the corner over there on the floor. But he's currently having his breakfast in the slow feeder my sister got us for Christmas.
We're doing
inside his crate, yeah. We just did our first poopy in the garden, and you were nice enough.
Ginormous.
Yes, ginormous, an entire bag full of poo. So he was holding that in all night, bless him, because he wouldn't go to the toilet before he went to bed. But he went out into the garden, he did his little poopies, came back in, was great. He did like a little mastermind. So while we were waiting for breakfast just to get sorted this morning, because we didn't want to rush him and stuff like that, we used a few bits of kibble also to do some training. So we've had a good few goes at a few bits. So we're getting him to come over to us, we're getting him to sit, all of those stuff. I don't know if Tyler's going to go through the different commands that we have planned for him to learn in his first week with you guys, so I don't want to ruin that for you. But that is the beginning of day 1, really. Me and Tyler are now just taking a minute after our not long evening. It wasn't bad. We were up for about half an hour at a time just to get him sorted, and then just sitting awake trying to get back to bed again. But
to be fair, as to getting awake, he settled really quick like the last time we settled him, so I think tonight he'll be a lot better.
Yeah. Oh, and if you
because we got him quite late, so obviously he didn't have time to adjust to like his crate and stuff like that, so he did really well for the circumstances.
This is the slow feeder we used yesterday, his Cara one, which is my favourite, just saying. But yeah, are you happy so far? Did you get on alright?
Yeah, I'm just...
There you go. I've got a bit more work to do in the garden today, so I'm going to go out and do that after we've had some breakfast, and then go from there, really. Is that the case, honey? This is the noisiest Minty's been, really, since we got Puppy home. I think he's just...
Well, parrots are quite good of if they're covered up, they kind of...
Well, he was only covered right at the end of the evening, and I think for...
No, I mean throughout the night, like even with him whimpering, he wasn't making any noise to kind of encourage it, because he kind of knew, like, my blanket's on my house, so I have to go to sleep.
Oh, 100%.
Are we talking about you?
I think this morning the issue is Minty seeing all of the attention the puppy's getting, and obviously we made a little promise to him saying that he wouldn't get left out. So I think the plan is to give him some attention today and some fusses and some love, so he doesn't feel like the puppy's getting all of it. Isn't that right, sweetheart?
Yeah. I think potentially we might take him on his first adventure day, because he just seems so
excited for stuff.
Like he's constantly sat at the door and he's just like, I want to go out, I want to explore. Obviously he won't be on the ground doing it.
We've got a puppy sling we need to trial. Maybe we'll do a fashion shoot in a bit where we can put him in the puppy sling for the first time, see how he gets on.
So I think maybe just like even just heading into town, or to be honest, I wouldn't mind going to that pet shop to potentially pick up some things.
Oh, what you mean scampers?
Yeah.
There's a big scampers in Ely.
Basically
like a giant pet's corner. Yeah, we'll have a look. We'll see what we can do. We'll have
a
look at our
might not feel like it
list
later.
of recommended things to do with him, because we want to try and look at what...
We've got 2 weeks solid off with him to really kind of...
So we're in no rush, you know. And we don't want to overdo it either, because there is such a thing as over-socialising a dog.
But he just seems... If he's if he's intrigued by the outside world and he's excited by it, then
Yeah, he's got to learn also to play inside.
I know he's free. He's happy.
All right, we'll see you in a bit.
So we're really in the rhythm now. He went outside just now for a poo and a pee. It's the second poo today, so he's doing really well.
Oh, we were comfy until...
We were comfy and now he wants to play. But he's just doing super, super well. He's picking up his routine really well. Still a bit slow on the eating. He is eating, but he's a bit slow still. But you're doing super, super well, aren't you, buddy? And Minty is just watching and enjoying. You've had some treats and some attention, haven't you, mate? So, yeah.
Are we going to figure out where the bed is yet? No, we're going to go down and try and get to the alcohol trolley.
Yeah, he still hasn't quite figured out his bed, so we're going to try and encourage that today.
Super plush, look. It's bed, mister. Can you see the bed?
Your food's on there.
Say bed?
Cori!
That's my armpit. Go on.
Did a little bit of name training, so he's learning his name. And you? Handsome. Oh, you're getting used to your collar as well.
So day one's just going to be me talking to you all. I think at this point, because Tyler's just away with doing other things. So it is currently 2 o'clock. The morning's been really easy. Going out to the loo when he needs to go to the loo, just letting us know when he needs to go. Obviously we're still doing the compulsory trips, like after he's been and had a nap and he wakes up and he comes out of his crate immediately out to go to the loo, and that seems to be keeping on top of it, but he's kind of letting us know now. We've just done some training too for his name and some basic commands, so that's started now. So while I was out doing some shopping, Tyler did some name stuff. Sorry about the Game Grumps that's on in the background. Just turn this down or however to do that. But yeah, so she's done some name training with him, and he's kind of getting the hang of that pretty nicely, and he's kind of enjoying the process, I think, as well. But there you go, he's just in there. He put himself in his crate a minute ago to have a nap. We're only closing the door occasionally, so kind of sometimes he goes in, we close the door, sometimes we don't. We're just trying to get him used to the fact that he can go in there and have his nap time. But obviously sometimes we are going to close the door behind him, he's going to have to stay in there for a bit. And get the best of both worlds, but well, he's been super chill. Otherwise than that, it's just really cold. It's really cold here at the moment, so we've got the heating on as high as it can possibly go to try and keep him warm and happy, and seems to be doing alright, although with his thick coat when he goes outside, just steam coming off him really. But yeah, I think for the rest of the plan for the afternoon is just to keep on the same rhythm. We'll go through to about, I think we'll probably give him his last feed about 7 o'clock, and then we're aiming to get him to bed tonight about 10. And if we get him to bed tonight about 10ish, hopefully we might have one wake up during the night to take him out for a wee maybe, and then we should be good through the night, fingers crossed.
Well, we only messed up, didn't we, because he went to bed at 11 and he hadn't gone for a pee and he drank a crap ton of water, but we didn't want to wake him up. So hopefully tonight he won't be so tuckered out that we can actually take him out and he won't wake up that soon after.
No, that's the goal, isn't it?
But he's a good boy regardless.
Yeah, he's been a great little sausage. But yeah, so hopefully that's kind of, we might add some more stuff onto day one. I'm going to go and upload all the footage we've taken so far, including day 0, onto the computer so Tyler can go through it when she's ready. But yeah, that'll probably be it for day one. Not much eventful stuff happening here. I think we're going to go maybe on an adventure tomorrow.
I think so. He's so desperate to go out, but he's got to wait so long to do it.
Yeah, so we booked in the vaccinations this afternoon, registered his microchip with the vets, and a bunch of other stuff, so that's all done. Isn't that right, sweetheart? So we kind of got the bulk of the work kind of done for the paperwork. The only thing we're going to have a look a bit further into is what we want to do with the kennel club side of things, because there's different tiers of registration and ownership transfer. And just had our first grooming session, haven't we, Cori? A long, smooth, fluffy boy now. Took a little while with your brush, didn't it? Just kind of sat there and chilled out and had a nap while we did it. You're all nice and fluffy and tuckered out. Alright, mate. You're a good boy. Okay, I'm back.
Sorry.
You need to check my face. Right, I'm back. Tyler's gone. She's playing with the puppy now. He was a very good boy this morning because what he just did was he came over, he told us, I need the toilet, and then he went outside. Now, so far, we haven't had much luck with going for a poo, and getting the rhythm of it. So we had one accident in the house on the first night, but he went on the puppy pad. Because I don't think he could settle to go to the loo outside. And then yesterday it was a lot of waiting for him to go to the toilet, a lot of figuring out that was the space to go in. Like, wheeze were fine, wheezy just do, but going for poos were difficult. And then this morning, Tyler might insert the previous clip, took himself to the front door and he let us know he needed the toilet, and then he came out with us straight to the toilet, which is pretty darn cool. And he went for a poo pretty much straight away. Had a little sniffle, couldn't quite figure out where to go. And then straight outside, straight for the little plopper. I'm just making Tyler breakfast and a cup of tea, and then we'll get started with our day. But yeah, that's kind of night 2, if you will. Going pretty darn well. The only thing I'd say about last night was that while it was a silent night, we didn't have any crying, anything like that on night 2, which was fantastic. And we got the solid sleep. I think the hardest part was because he slept longer last night. So he slept from, I think he kind of went to bed. He went from bed till 5 till 7. He was up for an hour between 7 and 8. And then he went back to bed between 8 and 10, and I think that threw us off a bit because he had 4 hours worth of solid sleep before we all went to bed. So he went to bed between 10 and 5, which is it's about 7 hours, 6-7 hours. And then woke up at 5, but he took a while to get back down at 5. So I think we were up between 5 and 6, and then we managed to sleep in until from 6 till 8:30. So yeah, he just took a quick minute to get resettled. I think probably because, to be honest with you, he'd had quite a good amount of sleep. Training this morning. Tyler's thinking about taking the puppy on his first adventure. I don't know where, we've not quite decided yet. We have a whole list of places we want to take him in his first week, so we have ideas, but it is just putting all of our ducklings in a row currently, because obviously he changes his mood and he changes what he wants to do, and obviously we don't want to catch him at a bad time and take him out. Yes, anyways, we'll probably add on to day 2 our first little adventure with him. We're going to do some training this morning as well, and then probably get him used to his sling before we go out. You made this ball so wet from all of your slobbering and gobbering on it. Dungeons and Dragons, dog. Yeah. Good boy. No, leave. Good boy. Go get it.
Trying to get it to focus on him.
Not the giant green football. I'm guessing that's what it's been focusing on.
There you go. It's got you now, Cori. It's got you now, mate.
Minty's just having some lunch, bless him. Not even fazed by the dog anymore. Just a fact of life now, isn't it, Cornwall? Oh, Cori, sorry, I keep calling you.
He can have a nickname, but he's still learning his name. You in the sling with Daddy? You having a little nibble, aren't you? Maybe not. Leave. Good boy. Are you playing with Daddy? Are you going crazy? Oh, careful, buddy.
Just run head first into the wooden cabinet, but did you bonk yourself?
Cori, leave.
So we're getting towards dinner time. What did we do today?
So, he's done really well today. He's definitely coming out of his shell a bit more. He's being a lot more playful and a lot more just... I feel like his character's coming out more now. He's less kind of like the shy boy, and he's now like, oh, this is my home. He's got real good with his crate. He's put himself away a few times today, and we're teaching him like in, so he can go into his crate. I don't know if it's going to be picking me up, darling.
Yeah,
very well.
That's it, we're here.
Sorry, I'm really tired. I'm doing some more training. He's pretty much got sit down. We started teaching lay down. He's learning his name really well. Still trying to figure out his schedule for peeing and pooing because he doesn't seem to be following the norm for most puppies. So that's just... I feel like we're on edge it quite a bit because we're just constantly making sure that
Say
he's...
on edge is the
well,
right
it's just
word.
more of like constantly just being like, oh, he hasn't peed in a long time, like he's going to go soon. And then we took him into our local town centre in the sling so he could get used to things. We just did a little walk around and then came back home. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
So it's day 3 in the morning. Still going to see Mrs. Tyler. She's asked me to get the camera.
Excuse the awful appearance.
Hello, wife. You making Minter's breakfast?
Minty's breakfast. I think this smells like poo. I don't know. Is it just me or... Something smells of poo, or is that just you farting?
No, that was me with the fart a second ago. I made the whole house smell like poo. I'm sorry, hun.
So we haven't really filmed a lot over the last few days. I think we've just been trying to figure out routines and stuff like that. But I think probably from today we can start filming a bit more. Because I think we're definitely getting into the rhythm of things now.
We find Mr. Cori. There we go. He couldn't care less. Minty being noisy doesn't annoy him, so we're just having to try and figure Minty out, make sure he's comfortable. So just making sure he's having good breakfasts, making sure he's doing this, that and the other. And Cori's learning lots of things. You being very patient. He's just had, wow, he's just eaten nearly all of his breakfast, which is pretty impressive for Cori. So yeah, that's the best we've done so far. He's on about 100 grams of his breakfast every morning, which is weird because you can have up to, per feed, you can have up to 160 grams, and he's been not even getting through 100. I mean, mate, no, you don't. You have just been 2 seconds ago.
You don't need to
Yeah.
go out. You literally have just been out and you did a week.
The only thing Cori, I think, has figured out, which we didn't want him to figure out, is if he sits by the door and complains, there's a big difference between I'm sitting by the door because I need the toilet and I'm sitting by the door because I want to go and play in the garden.
Good because if we tell him to like come away, if he really needs to go,
Oh, he'll stay and he'll tell us, yeah.
Whereas if he's just wanting to go outside to play, then he'll come back away from the door. Like he will do so in just a second. Cori has got his harness on again because we are going to go out for a little adventure. He seems to enjoy these little adventures out because he seems to have a lot of energy at the moment and he's very explorative. I say as he just sits down like a good boy and nibbles his toy. Good boy, ain't you? So we're going to go to, what is it? Scampers? Is it Scampers? We're going to go to Scampers and just see what stuff they have, take him in the sling so he can get used to it. We chose Scampers because it's a little bit of a drive, but he seems fine in the car. But also Scampers is a bit more... What's the word? Just less chaotic than Pets at Home.
It's also very clean.
Yeah, it's a very clean, less chaotic. You don't have barking dogs or stuff in there. All the dogs are very well behaved. So we didn't want to take him to Pets at Home because it's probably going to be a bit much for him. But yeah.
They're a really good nutritionist team there too.
Minty's just been having some quiet time upstairs away from the puppy, which has been helping.
Really well.
Yeah.
You're just getting a bit overstimulated.
That's why we're taking Cori out for a bit of a while as well, just so Minty can really just have some time to just sit in silence and not have to worry.
Big steppies. Good boy. Can you mind your bum bum? Mind your bum bum.
Alright, so yeah, I think we'll maybe talk on the way, or we'll just do some little clips when we're in Scampers. So we've just got back from the pet shop. Mister did very, very well. We were only in there for probably, 5 minutes if that. It was literally super quick because didn't want to get you overstimulated. And now he's having his lunch be made, and we picked up some other bits. So we're going to slowly try and transition him to Canigan. So we've just got the puppy one.
Ooh.
I know you're hungry, I know, mate. We then now have some Canigan softies because we picked some up yesterday that were the quail ones and he really liked them. So we have these ones now. We then got this powder bone broth that we're going to start mixing in, and then just another set of treats. So yeah.
Okay, so I've been having a very important job to make Cori his first proper licky mat of licky things. So far we have liver pate. I can show you that. I'll show you that now in the fridge. You have to refrigerate everything after you've used it. So you've got luxury liver paste, pure lamb pate, which is by JR. All of these are super for puppy. We're just popping a little bit of each on his little licky mat here for him to have. I'm still trying to figure out how to get into this thing. This time round, I've got an idea, a plan. So we used some peanut butter the other day, but it was it's really rich, and my concern is it's too rich. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take a tiny glass, and I'm going to take a little tiny glass here. I'm going to put a bit of peanut butter in. So I've got a bit of a mix. It says it doesn't need mixing because this is just pure peanut butter. This is the best one recommended for dogs. This is Meridian's. This is like the one that people swear by because it's basically just pure nuts. It's the same stuff that you buy in pet shops actually. It's just pet shops mark it up and put a dog peanut butter on it instead, which doesn't make any sense. And then let's take a little bit of our water. That's probably a bit much peanut butter. I'm not going to give them all of that, but it's hard to mix the water in. Sorry.
Daddy, I'm coming in.
You're just mixing up your lunch, mate. Try as best we can to mix some of the water into the peanut butter just to make it a little bit. It's not going to be easy to do, but just to make it a little bit more easy and palatable for little Cori. Now we are just going to spread that in, and I think that is going to be perfect for him and his little licky mat. So I'm just going to spread it about a little bit. And then alongside this, we are moving. So our amazing breeder gave us a food that's mostly, it's a fantastic food that is from like a specialty brand. So this is, I'll tell you in a second, it's on the side over here. This is Clever Dog Pantry. However, it's quite confusing to order from them. Our breeder offered to order through her if we wanted to, but me and Tyler, we're going to see how he gets on, but we're actually going to be switching him over onto Canigan Puppy. The Canigan brand, really, for us, it's something that we know a lot of people have used it and had fantastic results, and it's great for sensitive tum-tums, which German Shepherds can sometimes have issues with. So it's kind of like the best of everything is the idea. So what we've done is we're just going to add like a handful of kibble to our licky mat lunch today, to kind of add some extra stuff to it. Let's put this round. Ta-da! So we got some livery paste, the lammy stuff, a little bit of very watered down peanut butter so it's very watery, and then some kibbies, some little kibbles along the way. Cheers, some good ones.
I'm doing a video.
Oh. Hi Stacey. Our puppy's playing with your toy you bought him.
Oh, nib 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 nibs. Oh, buddy. Put some paw butter on your paws later.
Bury that sausage. Okay, sorry,
Just sit down for a bit, okay? When he goes for a nap, we'll do all of that.
I like them having a good time. We do not like packets. That's okay, because we don't have to touch those packets anymore. No. Didn't call you. Well, at least he follows me.
You got food.
Here. Sit. Down. Good boy. Cori. Sit. Paw. Oh, no, nearly.
If you do up though, you can...
Sit. Not pause. Up. Cori. Up. Good boy.
You're doing such a good job, buddy.
Paw. No. On hand. Good boy. Okay.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Down. Down. Read it. Instruction. Sit.
I don't think we've quite got to that stage yet.
Okay.
He's only just picked him up.
Sit. Down. 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 No. Good boy.
I mean,
We got to the behaviour in the end.
he was going to nibble your sock.
Yeah.
So I'm coming, Daddy.
Sit.
I'm coming.
Down. No. Wrong behaviour. Sit. Down. Good boy.
Just try and do down from when he's standing.
Yeah, we can try that.
Because that's what I do. Because then he... It's not like a pattern of he thinks, I'm going to do
Cori,
this.
here.
We don't do that, do we, buddy?
Like thunder. Alright. Down.
Good boy.
You're learning quick. Sit. Paw. Paw. Good boy. Nice to meet you, Cori. Nice to meet you. Picked up paw really quickly.
He picks up a lot real quick. He's not stupid.
We're getting to the end of our intelligent zone. See what happens if you just don't give instruction.
Yes. Are you stuck? Are you stuck? Oh my goodness. What are you doing? Oh my goodness. You're crazy right now. You need to chill out, bro. Goodness. Did she tell you you're eating?
My towels in the wash?
No.
Are they?
Probably in the room somewhere. We have had to resort to cold carrot out the fridge because his teething's really bad today. And none of your toys are doing it for you, are they? And you can have that. It's a nice new treat for you. Anything, I think.
You're having a good time.
Daddy needs to hold that so it doesn't keep sliding. Come on, Cori, what's this? Sorry, take it slow. See? Come on in. Go on in. Do it. Right.
Okay, sorry.
You just need to let him.
Goes in speed.
Come on in. Yes, good boy.
Okay, good boy.
Can you give me a little bit more shampoo?
A little bit more.
Do you under? Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. You're such a good boy, aren't you? Yes, you are. Such a good boy. Are you such a good boy? Get your little butt and your little legs. Get on the other side. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, sorry, mate. So this little man just had his first time in the house by himself. We just popped out and got some click and collect at Morrison. So it wasn't the biggest time we were out, but
you're recording while there are muddy footprints on the floor.
Oh, there's gonna be muddy footprints.
Not Cornelius.
You're just gonna chill out, ain't you? You're the most chilled out pup. He has his occasional moments, doesn't he?
Yeah, we've been having a bit of, he's been getting a bit overstimulated at night time. We have like our witching hour, we've called it.
And I think his teething is irritating him quite a bit, so it's just trying to help him manage that.
We're going to nip out probably today. Well, we're potentially nipping out today if he wants.
Sorry, I moved it down instead of up.
Potentially go out there if he wants to, if he's ready later.
He also has to brush his teeth because somebody found some poo in the garden.
And ate it.
He didn't eat it, he just grabbed it in the leaf. So he didn't eat it, but from where he's obviously picked it up from the leaf, your breath's a bit smelly. But we'll let you settle for a little bit and then we'll try and brush your teeth. You had your first bath yesterday, didn't you? You did a very good job.
Well. I'll send over the footage to Tyler and see if she can make...
Yeah, so probably for this video, it's going to be... Some of the clips are going to be in like phone format. So there might be some gaps just because, you know, it's easier to grab your phone and record things than...
Well, we just always seem to have the camera in the one room in the house that we're not in doing stuff, really. That's the issue.
You're going to sit in there while Daddy puts everything away. So, slightly different angle. I'm in the back of the car, which is rare for me to be in the back of the car. And down here, let's see if I can show you, this little man. We did have him in the front footwell with me for a few of the initial journeys, but he just didn't seem to... He couldn't settle. I don't think he could properly get comfy because he's quite big. So we've got you with your little toy and a blankie. We've got him all safety strapped in and everything. And he's super happy. He's not whined once. He's just chilling out. We're going to see how Pets at Home is and if we're going to take him in. But yeah, this is like, what, his fourth car ride?
His fourth outing.
And you seem a lot happier.
We went to Scandals where we got out because it's a very clean pet shop with very few people that go in it at that time of day. And we had him in his sling. We went into our local town centre on one of the days so that he could kind of have a look around town. And then we went went to go and pick up some bits from the shop and get some petrol in the car. He didn't come out that time.
Didn't come out, no, just a little quick journey.
Just a little quick journey in the car with Bob. And then now we're just going to a Pets at Home to pick up some things that we think we need. So
it's more just things for like teething, chews, stuff like that. Because he has a lot of teething toys, but I don't think they're the right texture for him at the moment. I think he needs something that's really tough that he can like sink his teeth into.
Yeah.
That's not gonna like just simply mold to his bite.
Mm-hmm.
He needs something tough. Like this rubber thing he loves because it doesn't like mold to his bite, and so he can really like chomp down on it and he's fine with it. But yeah, that is us in the car. I think we'll leave it there and then we'll see how we go on in Pets at Home, if we would film anything, or if not, might just be focusing on Cori and how he's doing. So we are back from Pets at Home. If I flip you round,
you'll see my feet for $5.99.
Little Cori has got just a little chew. He picked up just a 3-pack of like flavoured plastic bones. You're so handsome, aren't you? So yes, mother, I know. So we picked up some of them for him. He seems to really enjoy it. Then we also picked up, so these were the set of bones. It's like a Nyla bone starter kit. Then we just picked up this, which is like just a rubbery, teethy type of toy. Then we have picked up some of these because I've heard that they're pretty good. So they're essentially, it says Dentacare teething, so it's just to soothe his gums. Probably going to give these to him when he has his witching hour, to kind of calm him down and help him out. And then he really likes these chews, so we just picked up a few more. So we have chicken, we have salmon and venison. I think he's already got venison. So we'll just pick some of those up because you like them as well, don't you? But that chew you've got seems to be really helping you, doesn't it, mate? Yeah, just a quick, short little adventure. Nothing too drastic, and I think we're going to now have some lunch.
Lunch, watch a bit of telly. I think he's going to go to have a nap.
Yeah. He's very good in the car. He just kind of falls asleep. You're really enjoying that, aren't you? You enjoying it? Dog content.
It's me again starting a video. So we've had a really nice couple of days. I think Tyler's filmed a few bits and bobs. What day is it today? It is Tuesday, and he is currently
eating the wrong thing.
Well, he was playing with his Kong down there quite nicely.
Yeah.
But he will occasionally have a nibble of the he loves the carpet connector.
What he'll do is he'll put the thing he's allowed to chew on the thing he wants to chew, and then hope you don't notice.
Oh, this patch of carpet's very warm. So we took him for a walk this morning, didn't we, sweetheart?
Well, in the sling.
We took it, well, yes, we put him in his sling and took him for a walk. Yesterday afternoon we went to Pets at Home and did much the same in his sling and had a little wander round. And luckily, Pets at Home was empty, which was nice.
Yeah.
So we kind of had the whole place to ourselves and everything was very clean. We just went around in the sling and got him a few bits. We got him some new bone toys and some chews for the witching hour. And then, this morning we just took him out of the house and had a walk on what will probably become his first walking route, I would say. Do you agree, hun?
Yeah,
so probably
roughly, yeah.
Yeah, so it'll probably be the route that we take in the mornings when he wakes up for a quick walk. So we're just introducing him to that route. So we're going to wake up now every morning and before breakfast go on that walk and just get him used to the outside world. We might go somewhere this afternoon, depends on how he is.
We need to.
Tyler thinks we need to. This is the tiredest I've felt all week, so I'm just trying
Which
to...
is funny because the last 2 nights he's slept through till 7:30.
Yeah,
from 9:30, 10:30.
No. So this morning he went to bed. Last night he went to bed at 10.
Yeah.
and he slept until 7:30, which is our wake up time anyway. And
Cori.
I feel horrid this morning, but yesterday he slept from 9 until 5. We woke up at 5, then he went back down until about 8 o'clock, and I felt lovely yesterday. So I have no idea what. Do you know what I think it is? We have these bed sheets upstairs, and unless it is cold in the room, I can't sleep in them, and I think that's what it is. It's the really comfy, cosy bed sheets. They're comfy and cosy to sit in, but as soon as we go to bed, I can't sleep in them unless the room's freezing cold because they're so fluffy and so warm, and I live next to a nuclear reactor of a wife. Tyler is currently looking at puppy things on her phone. Yeah. So Tyler's going to be taking care of Cori's food.
Treats
and some treats and a few other bits. I'm going to help. Don't make me seem like I'm not helping.
Well, no, but it's you have so essentially Elliot obviously pays for the car, petrol, insurance, all of that stuff, which I don't contribute to because I don't have a license, so I don't drive. So
and that works out about £300 a month.
So it's kind of like with me taking care of Cori, it just made sense for me to have most of that cost, which I'm fine with.
I'm paying for the vet stuff.
Yeah, you're paying the £20. So the way we're doing it is Elliot's paying for the dog pet plan they have, which is like a live pet plan they have, where you get their vaccinations, flea worming, you get money off neutering when that's the time, and you get 4 free visits a year pretty much, and that's £21 a month. I'm paying for his actual insurance, and then like food, treats, all the other stuff, grooming, dog field. Because then you'd love a dog field when you can.
We've got one just up the road from us, and a 30-minute time slot is
£7.
There you go. And apparently, I had a look at some reviews after I mentioned it the other day, and apparently it's extraordinarily clean and well kept.
Yeah.
And
it's just an enclosed field. They have some little like agility bits there, like some of the poles and hoops and stuff. He's too young for that because that's how you damage their joints. But yeah, it's just more so he can just run around in a field because I feel like he's got so much energy, which is why we're trying to take him out little and often each day, into the big wide world so he can just kind of use up some of that energy. Hey mate. But yeah, so I'm currently we're figuring out storage solutions for his food because as you can see behind me, they're currently just in their bags. So we're figuring out that. Obviously I want to get him some more bowls and some more kind of supplemental things that's going to help him. And just start introducing more kind of the toppers, raw aspects that we want to give him.
We're having to move quite slowly though, because when he has changes in his diet, he can
German Shepherds and Tories for having sensitive stomachs.
So we've got to be quite careful with his little sensitive tummy. But moving on to the Canagan seems to have helped him because he's eating. When we brought him home for the first couple of days, he really didn't. He ate, but nowhere near the recommended daily amount, which is not a problem. He's not lost weight, or at least not as we can tell.
You're too fluffy.
But so we moved him onto the Canagan's puppy, and he seems to be enjoying that much more. It's much smaller compared to the feed he was currently on.
You have to use less.
But we're mixing the two together, and I think next month the idea is we're going to switch around the dosages towards the end of the month. So it will be mostly his new stuff with only a bit of his old stuff, and then we'll just have the old stuff as a supplement as we go into buying bulk of Canagans. But Tyler's currently looking at more slow feeders, so he's got more choices. The slow feeders we
just need some bigger ones, because he's got quite a chunky nose, and it's not quite long enough yet for his tongue to like get into the crevices, so he just gets frustrated, which we don't want. So it's just finding ones that are a bit bigger, where kind of the gaps between walls and stuff are a bit bigger, so you can actually get in. And it's also just going to mean that when we want to do like toppers and stuff, there's space to do it.
I also would like to point out is like the ones we have, the bowls we have now, like perfect bowls that we'll keep for like travel because they're smaller and more compact.
Again, as he gets bigger, his tongue will be able to.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's just that right now we just need some slightly bigger bowlage for him.
But he loves his licky mats. I do want to get one of those yogi pots.
Yeah.
So I think that'll be good.
These are his witching hour sticks, as we like to call them. So we got some more JR meat sticks, and that's kind of like how many's in there? 20-ish, probably about maybe a month's worth. I'll buy some more of those when I get paid because they do a mixed pack online for 20 quid, which is not bad, and you get 5 packets, and I think it works out about, what was it, 8 a pack?
Yeah, roughly, yeah.
So
yeah, we're just trying to do a lot of stuff to help him out, because he's definitely in that teething. Yeah. Definitely in the teething.
Not that he needs it right now, because if I switch the camera around.
Yeah, he's just had his Kong here has been in the freezer. We have some frozen pate that we've cut up into cubes. I just slotted some of those with some peanut butter, and that kept him occupied. And this is pretty much all he does, which is fine by us. We didn't want a crazy, hectic dog. And when he does start having those crazy moments, we do kind of do stuff to calm him down, to kind of set the precedent of like, this isn't acceptable behaviour in the house, we don't do this.
I think the issue is that when a puppy's this age, they're full of energy and you can't take them on walks yet, and I feel like for Cori especially, a 10-minute walk would be enough to just conk him straight out.
He is going to love being able to walk so much.
I think puppy-wise, he's not got that much energy, but when he has got it, it's too much for him to contain, so we've got to burn it off somehow. So again, you know, for him, like obviously when he's an adult, you know, hour-long walks are going to be required multiple times a day. However, as a puppy, I think for him, he just needs that 10-minute explosion of energy just to go out there and get rid of it.
He's a sniffer, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a big sniffer.
Sniffing literally tires him out so much, which is why we're trying to do like frozen enrichment and stuff like that.
Yeah. The bones we bought yesterday have been a massive hit.
Yes.
The teething toys we bought. There's a reason why they're teething toys.
Yeah, he's doing really, really good.
The only thing we have to watch out for now is I've cleared up the garden so well and removed all of the like spiky, horrible plants from the garden over the last couple of days. Not having an issue because he doesn't really go in the bushes, but for me it's just peace of mind knowing that, you know, we had a large rose bush which I've taken out completely. It never flowers, it's just basically a pain to deal with, so I took that away. And then we had some bramble growing underneath the windowsill, which I've taken away too. But the issue is now we have a neighbourhood poo bandit. We have a cat that keeps coming in the garden and taking a dump, so I have to go out there and clean that before he gets in.
It'll be a lot better.
Plus also it's not a major issue for us that a cat's going in the garden. We've got next door neighbours that are nice that have got cats, and we're not going to be that bothered, but obviously for us right now we don't want him interacting with another animal's poo because he's only had his first course of vaccination, so we'll go out there and clean them up. I did last night, I did poo patrol, so he went to the loo, so I went around the whole garden, I checked every nook and cranny for extra dookies. Found an old dookie, an old crumbly dookie from a cat probably, but that's me, Dr. Duke.
Yeah. It's better now as well because all the minus weather's disappeared, so it's actually like, I mean the grass is horrible because it's just so muddy. Our garden's not
the ground's very wet because when we had a lot of moisture on the ground and near us we've had like major flooding, and obviously then everything froze. It was fine walking outside once everything was frozen, but now the ground's so wet it's almost, it's muddy out there really. I've had to tell Tyler off more than the dog because the dog has only left one muddy paw print for me to clean up with the floor cleaner, but Tyler has been trekking mud in the house like the muddy pup she is. So
I think we're also going to look into getting like some runners and stuff.
Yeah, I think so. We just need a little bit for the carpet, don't we really? So trip to Dunelm maybe. Can you take doggies into Dunelm? Was that one of the places you found? I have to have a look.
Potentially.
Yeah, there's a bunch of...
I think a lot of places you can have them, but they need to be like held, which is fine because he's going to be in a sling. I know the range you can have them in thingies, but I think our closest one is Peterborough, which isn't too bad.
Well, we have money, but obviously we'd like to try and keep to a budget so that we can have extra money left over at the end of every month to do extra special things for him, or you know, for us it's sometimes nice for us too. So we are limited for the end of this month just with fuel for the car.
Elliot has Monday off. I don't have Monday off, so next week will be the real.
Will be the real test. Minty's getting on all right. We've had a few hiccups with Minty. He's just been because he was not sleeping properly down here. He's now sleeping upstairs at night time, and when he's getting overstimulated down here because there's lots and lots going on. Because obviously we're quite a chill household normally. We don't really do much. We kind of just sat chilling out, and it's all very quiet for him. having us talking to the dog a lot was just getting him overstimulated because he just assumes we're speaking to him. So
I think, yeah, it's the thing of like, obviously Cori's not naughty, but obviously he's teething, so he's like testing a lot of things around the house. We obviously say leave it, and he does. But I think us kind of using a more disciplined tone, Minty doesn't understand that's not directed at him.
Yeah.
And for him who doesn't know, he came from a house where there were
domestic violence
and abuse and all that stuff, so it's probably quite triggering for him. So it's just kind of trying to find the balance of them getting used to each other, and like that we do need to obviously give Cori commands. As he gets older, that won't be an issue because he'll just know
what to do.
I can't chew this, so I'm not going to. Which he's getting really, really good at. He'll go up and like he'll try to go for something, and we'll just say his name, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm not allowed to."
Yeah, and that's
he's
really
doing really good.
So
but it's just things like that where I think Minty's not understanding that it's
yeah.
not directed at him, and he's being a good boy. And
that's but we don't want him to think he's being bad.
Yeah.
So we're moving up and down. What we've done is we've set up his travel crate in the office / my our spare room. So he's been sat there with me or Tyler when we've been doing editing work, and obviously he's quite enjoyed that. This morning actually was actually one of his best moments. We actually brought him. He's been sleeping up there overnight, so we brought him down first thing this morning to have breakfast with us. And Cori was having his breakfast, Minty was having his breakfast, we were having our breakfast like a little happy family.
He's very good with the fact that like Minty can have a full-on freak out, he can fly around the room, and Cori just does not react in the slightest.
But I think we set the precedent from day one, really. So
well, again, it all comes back to the breed you choose and stuff like that. Like both his parents are super chilled out dogs. They don't bark. They are super just go with the flow, which is what we wanted. Like, yes, Cori can be active, and that's what we want. We want that activity when like we're on walks and stuff like that. But also knowing like when we're in the house, we can just 100% chill out.
I think our next big thing for Minty is trying to get him to settle back downstairs again at night times to sleep. Kind of go back to his normal routine, but I think we're way off of that yet because we need to get to the point where we can guarantee that every night we can put Cori to bed at 10.
Yeah.
That's normally Minty's bedtime too. So Cori goes to bed at 10, Minty goes to bed at 10, and then we're waking up at 7:30, which again is the normal time Minty would get up because that's the time I get up to go to work. Yeah. Tyler would get up and feed Minty, and then most of the time Tyler would go back to bed. That's not going to be the case anymore because Tyler's going to be taking Cori out on a walk, but we're getting into a routine with feeding again. We were struggling a bit to keep up with at night time because we were getting tired and Cori's getting tired and everybody's going to bed at a specific time. Now trying to keep up with making sure all of our food for the next day is prepped the night before, and we've been getting good with that too.
Just setting yourself up for success, isn't it really?
It's also adjusting your body clock, which I think is actually the biggest hurdle we've had. I don't think either of the animals.
I think we've done an Uno reverse. Because I think at the start I was super tired and you were fine, and I think now we've done the Uno reverse, where I think your body's now getting long sleeps. It's actually making you more tired.
Yeah,
whereas I'm like, oh, I got like a solid 9 hours. That's great.
I think also as well, it was when we're waking up at 5 and you're having that rush of not adrenaline, but that rush of chemicals fill your body when you hear him having a little biff downstairs. You get your jacket on, you go down, you take him out, you're in that brisk cold air, kind of gets your mind going. But then the bonus is we put him back in his cage, go back up and have a chill out in bed for 2 hours. I feel like that was a nice thing for me. But now it's just bam, slam. Tyler elbowed me this morning at 7:30, went, oi, it's 7:30, we need to go take the puppy out. Tyler was out the door with the dog before I even got out of bed. But the bonus
it's just
is
because I'm just like, he's gone 9 hours without going for a wee, so I'm like, he's probably quite desperate to go for
bonus
a wee.
Is you didn't get grumpy at me, which is what I was worried about. I was like, I physically could not get out of bed fast enough this morning, so.
You heard the beat, didn't you? So here he is being a super good boy while we have some drinks.
He's your pup cup.
He's got a little pup cup, which we'll finish our drinks and he can have that and then we can go.
Cori's first pup cup. Cori. Oh, looking. Cori. You earned that, buddy. Is that good? First pup cup for a little puppy. We're going to save the cup, aren't we? And pop it in your little memory box.
Yeah, rinse it out, aren't we?
How are we getting on? Let your tummy do some work. It's like, Mum, I get one of those for coming here? It's the best day ever. And yes, good boy.
You did very well.
Might not let you have the whole thing, because otherwise we're going to give you a messy tum-tum. And give yourself a second.
Good boy.
Yes! Good boy. Good boy, well done for waiting.
I get one of these. I want to come here all the time, Dad.
And then wait. Give your tummy a second. Yes, good boy. You earned that. You did such a good job today in Starbucks.
Hopefully it wasn't too busy, actually. I think it was a lot busier than we struggled.
And wait. Yeah, you did those choppers. Yes, good boy. I'm going to send this round to all of the people that are excited to meet you so they can see how well behaved you are, especially in reward for the puppy of the cuppies. You good boy.